Alright, so everyone, welcome back in. Anyone who's watching on YouTube, anyone who's coming in to watch on Twitch, we're back at it one more time, back in our original hardcore mode before New Game Plus came out, so this is just a continuation of that playthrough. So yeah, let's get started. If I can even see what my controller doesn't feel like it's working. There we go. There we go. Wait. There we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, sweet. As you guys can see, I have just gotten to Greenwood's River. There's really nothing explored. Wow, I like how you can zoom real far out on these maps. Some of these maps you can't really zoom super far out, so this is actually really nice. And as you can see, there's not much done here. The only thing I did was bring this I think the cellulose down to this zone down here. So that is completed. And now, we're gonna start basically doing a scouting mission here. And forgive me for all my trucks that I have sitting around here in the garage area. Just a cluster of vehicles right now. I haven't really did a whole lot of organizing since I got here, because I think the last time we were here, I think the actual Season 8 DLC dropped, so. Another thing is, I am a little bit under the weather today, so you might hear me clearing my throat and stuff like that. Yeah, kind of got sick over the weekend, and it's kind of carried through. So forgive me for coughing or clearing my throat or stuff like that. But anyways, let's get started. We're going to start scouting here with the Ford F750, and that's pretty much going to be our vehicle for the time being. He doesn't have many repair points, but no worries. I can actually take him over to the resupply area. We're gonna have to do some organizing here. Yeah, I don't have many repair points on they're all gone basically, so we'll go over here, restock up, and then we'll just immediately start scouting. And this is kind of really nice about this map is the resupply zone is actually pretty close to the garage. But first, I want to get this task over here for this bridge. Because, whoa. Because this is going to be one of my first missions I'm going to complete, is actually opening up this bridge. Oh my goodness. Huh, good thing we're going to the resupply zone, right? Just slammed into that thing. Yo, Oni, thank you so much for that sub. For gifting that tier sub to Philipponga. Appreciate that, man. That brings us closer to our sub goal. And when we hit that sub goal, I will be giving a giveaway. So, there will be a PC giveaway. So thank you for that. Appreciate that sub. Very much welcomed. Welcome to the stream. We're just jumping in here and getting back to our Wisconsin hard mode. Dang, you've been watching me since 300 subs? Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That is really awesome to know. Cargo management, so task, I'll accept that one too. Wrong turn. Man, you've been watching me since 300 subs on YouTube, that I'm guessing. That was like, man, that was a long time ago too. It's awesome though. Okay, so we'll resupply this. Ooh, that took a hit. But we need to do that. I need to repair. Actually, can I repair? Will it let me repair here? No, it won't. Oh, man. Kind of wish it was a repair zone. But that's fine. I need to do this. But thank you again for that subscription at the gifted sub. Thank you. All right, let's plot this out. You know what? We're gonna do a clockwise motion. We'll do like I'll swing down here and swoop this way. So, yeah, we'll head down to this tower. What's up, Jack? Welcome in, man. We'll go down here, grab this tower, make our way across, up, and then over, grabbing upgrades and tasks and anything that we can't actually do as a scout. We'll do it. So here we go. Actually, is that wrong turn? Did I grab that? Oh, I did. Yes, I did. I grabbed that. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go, whoa, this way. You feel like Wisconsin is where SnowRunner really gets hard? It definitely has some difficult spots. There definitely is some really difficult spots in Wisconsin. Oh, that's right. That is right. Crap. Okay. Now, forgot all about this. What's up, Brutal Guffy? Welcome in, man. Oh man, thank you. Greetings from Russia. Thank you for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. What time is it over there? I'm glad you're enjoying the content as well. So, to get around this, a little bit of a trek, but this is fine. We're gonna go down here and cross the river. This is another, kind of glad for this, because this is a cool route that I never usually take much. Is down this way. Only in some of my videos I've actually used this route as for some footage and stuff like that. You're only 9 minutes late, Clutch. Yeah. Okay, this is it right here. It's 2300 over there? Goodness, man. It is 3 p.m. here. Whew, okay. Man, it's, you know, it's really, it's weird because now there's New Game Plus out, so I could have made like a custom hard mode. But now, like, it's just odd. It's odd playing hard mode now, like in the regular hard mode. So, 'cause I don't know, do people even consider this hard mode now that New Game Plus is out? I don't know. The 750 is your favorite? Nice. Seconds to Lodestar. Those are two pretty darn good picks there. Wisconsin's definitely your top 3. It is for me too, actually. I think, you know, maps like the Yukon are pretty darn, I think are harder than this. It does get pretty hard here in some areas though. Just like Oni said. So this is the crossing route. Yeah, Maine is pretty rough, especially because whenever you go to Maine, this is a really good point, actually, Oni, is when you go to Maine, you really have to set up your trucks before you head there. So then you're not, because your garage isn't repaired, right? So then you're kind of stuck with what you got. So if you don't set up your vehicles, you're going to waste money by, you know, deploying them at other places, etc. And then basically like switching up their add-ons, so. Yo, Robotic Dynasty, welcome in, man. Yukon toward the end is very slow. That mud and stuff like that. Just getting up all the hills in Yukon, it's just a lot. Where's that tower? It's like right here. So I need to actually go through here-ish and then up. Okay, cool. They definitely, I think they started to cool down a little bit on maps. Like this one was a little bit, felt like a little bit more of a reprieve to me. And then, of course, everybody knows Amor is just that map, you know? No, 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 no. I knew that was gonna happen. Are you kidding? Wait. Do I really have no winch spots? You gotta be kidding. They broke. All my winch spots broke. Oh, I didn't want to have to do this right off the bat. Gotta be kidding me. There's, this is starting out great. Starting out great. Okay, so, you know what? The crazy thing is I actually need to bring the Tatran down here for this, this contest. So this is actually a good opportunity to relocate him. Oh man, yeah. Amor is tough, that's for sure. Alright, so cross the bridge, down here, cross. Goodness, man, you know, just can't catch a break. I feel like Michigan and Alaska were really easy, then Russia was suddenly a more difficult. Yeah. They just added their Russia, whenever you went to Tamir, it added a little bit more things got a little bit more complicated with, you know, going through gateways and stuff. You just couldn't navigate through them freely, right? Because you had like chain missions that you had to open up. There was the, you know, the seismic vibrator thing. Those kind of made it a little bit tricky. And then when they brought out Cola, it was like a whole different monster, right? Cola made your driver shoot himself. Tamir is easy, the last area is a pain. Which one? Which last area? The Zimnogorsk or the Rift? I might as well take this over and repair this thing as well and get this up to speed. And Mondra is really hard. I think the Kola Peninsula is I think after you understand some routes on the Kola Peninsula and stuff like that, it does get a little bit easier. Shoot, I didn't go that way. Whatever. Darn, whatever. It's okay. I'll get it when I come back. Rift was a very cool map. I thought Rift was really cool. They actually brought Rift out before Phase 1. It was like a free, almost like a free DLC update thing. I probably could have just cut down. I don't know why I went this way. You felt Drownlands was hard coming from Alaska, then it got easier when you got better vehicles. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Master? Welcome in. It's going good, man. Just back to hard mode since we finished out phase 8. But yeah, since we finished phase 8 on our regular playthrough, 100%, we just decided to come back here and continue our hard mode campaign. I was thinking about playing a different game today, just something to mix it up, but I kind of want to get over here and just do some stuff. Oh yeah, that's true. The lake is key. Now make it. Hopefully they don't take damage here. Nice. So on Kola Peninsula, like if you can figure out how to use the lake, the frozen lake, to get across, you can make it over to, you know, the side of the map very, very easily. I know I'm going to take damage here. I'm almost positive. Maybe not. You want me to play War Thunder if I play something different? You just fixed an API issue that has been plaguing you for weeks? Nice, man. I bet that felt like a weight off your shoulders, huh? War Thunder makes you cry? Yeah, that's a good point there, Oni, about adding different maps from like Australia and such. The only thing is they're not actually moving forward. They're not attaching maps that are from a certain geological location. So any map that comes out now is not going to say like United States or like Alaska or like a, you know what I'm saying? There's not going to be like a state attached to it. A state, a province, a country. It's all going to be just a map. Yeah. The thing is, I think Kola also felt weird because it was such a, you really did feel secluded. The music was, you know, very, kind of gave you that, like, I don't know, like you were really alone. So, let's see here. Kola made your truck into a crack addict? Nice, man. I'm glad that you got that all solved. Okay, here's tower number 2. Jack, you're like, I think you're the second person that said they really loved Kola. There's another guy that comes by every now and then. His name is Quentin. He actually has been watching my channel for probably since like sub 100 subs on YouTube. And he always tells me how he loves Kola Peninsula. Like he loves the music, loves the ambience, the northern lights, which is really nice actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. Strangest things. Can I get the strangest thing somewhere else? Or do I have to go down there? I do. Looks like it. So you know what we're gonna do, actually, is I'm gonna come back down, refuel this Tatran. And we're gonna do that, that contest 3 times. Yeah, that's true, robot. You transport a Demigorgon in the cage. It's pretty funny, yeah, right? Like the Stranger Things reference there, bud. That was good. Alright, let's refuel the Tatcher in here, and then we're gonna go take this guy and go do this. Yeah, the cola is a good challenge. It really is. But the thing is, like, if you played, I think once you've played in Alaska and Tamir, you're pretty much set up for success there. Oh yeah, man, Alaska was a really good map for me too. I think it's still, I don't know, it's still one of the better maps, honestly, in my opinion. I did like it a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the snow maps, just because the way snow is coated and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good to drive on. I really like the mud maps better, like these kind of either summer, autumn type maps. There it is, mud test. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this 3 times actually. Oh, you guys don't get snow in South Africa? So you really like the snow maps? Nice, man. We just got, up here in Ohio, man, we just got blasted. Actually, if you guys saw if anybody was following the one storm that hit Buffalo, New York, they got, I think it was 77 inches of snow in 2 days. Like, people's whole houses and cars were just like, they couldn't even dig themselves out. It's unreal. I think people are still digging themselves out. The first time you fell through the ice in their Con Marshall and the Kola Peninsula just hit different. Yeah, that's true. Alaska does have a good vibe. That's right, robot. Man, if the Tatron had a snorkel, it'd be insane. All right, let's go up here. I want to make sure. See what I'm doing here. Show contest. Okay, here's what I always do with these contest guys. I go like this. Okay, so after I do this, I'll go grab this task, turn around and come back. And then I think we're going to do this 3 times. So this is actually, I don't normally do these 3 times on hard mode. So I've lost out on a lot of money. I'm just tell you that, guys, right now, because I haven't done all these contests 3 times because I just do not like them. But if you're gonna do one, this is a pretty good one to do, even though it is first person. So we have to complete during at night. What? Hold on a second. What? Complete during night. I don't get it. So, hold on a second. So I can't... Okay, does anybody know about this? Because it's daytime right now, and I can't do this. Yeah, the Tatron is amazing. It's a monster. I don't want to, like, queue this up and then have daytime just leave. So, shouldn't get back in this truck and then go get this task. I can? Okay. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna try it then. Alright, here we go. It nerfs the tartar sauce. I love it. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. There it goes. Got it. Okay, so we'll just chill. Okay, that makes sense. Dang, they're really restrictive on this, huh? Alright, cool, whatever. So we'll head down there. And then we'll just head here, so whatever. All good. Yo, the NOS44, thank you for that follow here. Appreciate it. No worries, Jack. It's no worries, man. Honestly, man, I kind of figured it was like this. I thought it would change from day to night, honestly. So it's kind of unfortunate because now I have to try to do all three of those in like one night, or I'll have to come back. Goodness. Yeah, same here, Robot. I thought the Resvani was really good. I really liked it, man. I'm a huge fan of it. I actually, man, I don't think I'd buy it here on my hard mode because I have the 750, so there's no reason. When you have the 750, yeah, there's no reason to have the Resvani, but I really liked it, honestly. It drove really well. Its balance is really good. You know, it has its downsides like every other Scout. You wish they had some more modern American trucks? I wish they would add like an Oshkosh, like a Hammett. What's it, the M977 or something like that? That'd be really cool. Check the suspicious. Okay, so I can actually do this. So what I'll do, actually... So I need to go, I'm just gonna map this all out. I need to get first, we're gonna go back up through here. Up here. We'll actually take this trail. Go there. And then cross over here. Up. We need to pick up the south bridge, so we'll do that. Go get that. Make our way through here. Grab this other suspicious place. I think I got wrong turn already. And then we'll just head northbound. Let me catch up with chat here. Sorry guys, yeah, there's a bunch of dots on my screen. American trucks would be really cool. I think adding some Chevys and Toyotas would be actually pretty cool. You went to Cola right after Michigan to bring the upgrade for the 6900. The all-wheel drive option, nice. Without any Russian trucks nor upgrades. God, you thought the devs were trying to kill you. Yeah, I definitely understand you there, Brutal. What do you think about the Wolfpack DLC? I love those trucks. They are pretty fast. I'm disappointed with the small fuel tanks. So Oni, I actually made two reviews on the Wolfpack DLC, but in short, I like them a lot. I kind of wish they would have gotten better tire options, and maybe just a diff lock. I kind of wish they would have got a special like off-road tire and not given all-wheel drive, kind of like the Pacific P512 PF, and they would be kind of like that. So So Nos says, hi chat. This actually game is on sale right now. You want to buy it. Having played Mud Runner a little, but it has the year 1, year 2 pass and some DLCs with the base game. What should I get? What can I skip buying in the beginning? So in my opinion, Nos, I would buy the base game. Personally, man, I think you should buy both year 1, year 2 pass. However, I would just buy the base game, play it for a couple days, and if you think you like it, then you think you would play it and you find it an interesting game, then I would say buying the year 1 and year 2 pass would be a good thing. Because I can basically show you what I'll go to the main menu, kind of just show you what comes in the year 1, year 2 pass in the base game, just so you kind of know. I don't know why it says 95% for. It always does that. It'll say like 100% in-game. It looks like the Thatcher T813. Yeah, it does. It looks very, very much so. Nathan, no, so Defro says, you recommend buying everything? This game is that good? Everything. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there it is, 100%. All right, so here is what comes, Nos. This is what comes in the base game. So you'll get, when you first start out, you'll be in Michigan, and there's 4 maps here. They're very large. Well, they're actually not very large. These 2 are not large. These 2 are really good maps. These are some of my favorites. And then after you beat Michigan, you move on to Alaska, and then there's 4 more maps here in Alaska, really good maps. I enjoyed them a lot. And then it gets a little bit more difficult here in Taymyr, Russia, with these 4 maps here, a little bit more mud, deeper areas, etc. Then after that, this is where the year 1 pass comes into effect. So this is season 1. So every year pass has 4 seasons, right? So season 1 is the Kola Peninsula with 2 maps here. These are pretty rough maps. We've been talking about them a little bit here. The next one is the Yukon with flooded foothills and Big Salmon Peak. These are kind of like a mix between mud and snow maps. I still feel that these are difficult too. And then after that, we're playing, this is season 3. This is Wisconsin, Black Badger Lake here. And then what we're currently on is Grainwoods River. And then after that, the finale of the year 1 pass is going to be Amur, which is everyone's bane of his existence, with the hardest map in the game being the Northern Aegis installation. So it is a lot. It's going to take you a lot of time to finish these. Then after that, you have, the Dawn here. These are smaller maps. Still pretty good. Maine is one of my favorites. Tennessee, not so much favorite. And then the Glades are just amazing. I love them. So I really think that it's really up to you. I'm not sure what they're selling for, if the discount's just on the seasons or it's on the year pass. But if you can get the year passes at a very good discount, I would say go ahead. If you know you're going to play the game through, I would say go ahead for it. But that's just my opinion. Some people, they'll buy them and then they'll think, well, the game's kind of boring. I don't really want to play it. So, some people don't usually play it through, or don't usually play it all the way through. Yo, the Tank Teacher, welcome in, man. When do you think the year 3 pass will release? I have a feeling it's going to be, I honestly think the end of December would be a very good marketing move for them to release it then. However, I don't know. I think if I was in charge of Saber, I would have been trying to work on the new release getting out near Christmas, just because, that's when you make good sales, right? You never liked the Tennessee maps? Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of them. I wasn't a huge fan of them because of the racing part. I did like the map, it just didn't have one. So the premium ED year 2 pass separately is less than base year 1, year 2. So what's the premium edition? Hold on a second. I need to like look at this. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I gotta look at this. Give me a second. I'm gonna stop my engine. I'm gonna pull this up. We'll look at this because I need to put my eyes on it. I'm one of those people who have to actually. Okay. Trying to think here. Where's Snow Runner? Let's see here. Display capture. Okay. Okay, I'm here. It's not about the DLC, it's about the year 1, year 2. The DLCs I can buy anytime later. Yes, you can buy any of the DLCs later. So SnowRunner here is the base game for 16 bucks, or whatever currency you have, is pretty good. Let's see what they have for the I mean, a 45% discount is pretty darn good. I think I would probably just go and buy it. Now, where's the year 1? Year 1, year 2 pass is at 36% discount. That's a pretty good buy. I think it's a pretty good buy. Yeah, it is cheaper. Okay, let's get back to this. Yeah, Clutch, I will accept your friend request on Steam as long as you don't blow up my chat all the time, man. That's the only reason I don't normally accept everybody's requests and stuff, is just because I don't have time to reply to everyone. It's kind of hard enough replying to people on YouTube and stuff like that. Hey Nos, I'm glad we could help you out. What do you think you're gonna do? Think you're gonna buy the whole shebang or what? Oof. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, that's right. Just wondering, I'm like, why am I going down? Okay, yeah, I have to do this. Gotta think efficient. This is hard mode, you know? I'm just going to catch up on chat here. So you're going to buy the premium edition, base plus year 1 pass. I can easily wait for Christmas sale. That's in a month if I made my mind up to buy the year 2 pass. Oh, okay, gotcha, man. Yeah, I'll accept your invite there here after stream. Okay, this way. I think that's a good idea then, Nos. Because I mean you're gonna have a lot of content to play through. Oh, don't worry, the tank teacher. Glad to have you stop in, man. Appreciate it, man. I will definitely try to keep up the work. We will definitely see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping in again. How was the multiplayer scene? I think the multiplayer is okay. I think if you have someone that you can play with and you can talk to, like via Discord or something, because there is the only really bad thing about this, there is some glitches here on this game with multiplayer. Not so much anymore. They're starting to die off with the bugs and glitches because they're just working on it nonstop. But I would say if you know somebody who will play the game with you, that's going to be your best bet. Like on this channel, I play a co-op version on New Game Plus with a friend of mine who also makes content, helps me make content as well, and it's just really fun. I think that's probably the funnest way to play this game is with a co-op. With someone you know and just, you know, going through the game. The only problem is I wouldn't play co-op with just random people online. And here's the reason. There is no chat box. You cannot like type in like, hey, I'm working on this mission, can you go get this materials? Or hey, I flipped over, can you come save me? Or anything. There's no way to talk to people unless you are on like a chat service with like Discord or something, or you're legitimately on the phone with them. Are you play on PS4? So I play on PC, just with a PS4 controller. So that's why you see the what's it called, the PS4, I guess controls here. Which is, I think, something I really like about this game is you can play on PC and have a PS4 controller and they have the right buttons. And then even if you have like an Xbox controller, there'll be different buttons too. You know, some Steam games, they don't really like convert over to PS. They still have the, I guess you would say the Xbox controller settings or whatever. That's awesome, Nos. Yeah, well, when you get the game, man, check out my YouTube channel. There's a lot of truck reviews on there, a lot of just a lot of videos going over mud, videos going over how to navigate through some of these maps, which, as you can see, I'm not doing a good job of right now. I just don't know what I'm stuck on. Nice, there's 5,000. So yeah, on hard mode, just trying to do missions while I'm scouting is a good way to be efficient. There's 5K. But yeah, anytime I'm streaming, Nos, just come by, ask me whatever questions you want to ask, and I can try to help you. Okay, so the wrong turn, I got that. So we're heading northbound. I know those tree stumps are ridiculous. Games that are different from SnowRunner? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what games are really chill. That would be something that chat would have to say, because I used to play a little bit like semi-competitive before I got into SnowRunner, so. Oh, Oni, you'll be alright in Russia for sure, man. You'll handle Tamir pretty good. This is a really cool scenery. Oh, this... Gosh, I don't even want to do that one. That contest is just nothing but smashing your vehicle up. You need to find the Tega? Oh man, you don't need a Tega. I promise you, you don't need a Tega. All you need is a good all-wheel drive vehicle. Throw some diff lock in when you need it, control your wheel spin, and you'll get through it. Russia is like a hot dog except the mud is tomato sauce. There's some sauce in the hot dog. Objective discovered. Actually gonna sit here for a second. Okay, that's that. Out of nowhere. The Transtar will do you just fine. Man, I actually used the CLT a lot in Tamir. A lot of my footage for my CLT review was actually while doing contracts in the Drownlands. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna head this way. I know where this tower's at. And these are some bumpy trails, right? Yeah, that is true. SnowRunner does have it. Hey, look what I found. There is a very powerful truck right there. And I don't want to jump down there just yet. I probably can. I'll do that later. Do I apply mods to this game? I normally am like anti-mod. So for this playthrough, the only mods that I personally have used so far have been trailer mods, just because some of the trailer mods are just nicer. I'm not sure if I'm going to use trailer mods on this hard mode. I just don't think I will. Honestly, I don't think I will. Just because this hard mode, I want to keep everything legit so no one can say, hey, like you cheated, you used a trailer mod and this and that. You managed to rank up to level 19 in Michigan just alone? That's pretty good. I mean, once you hit level 12 and you can get all the tire options, you're pretty much good to go. Or level 13, sometimes it's 14, but... yeah, I mean, I don't think this game, I don't think you need mods to beat this game at all. I'm really not that good of a player, and, you know, I've beat it without mods. I've done really well with some lesser trucks. It's all about just taking your time. The game is slow enough that you can kind of react to certain things if you're going slow enough, you know? A lot of this game is just understanding what your vehicle is like and what it can handle, you know? Yeah, oh my gosh, those trailer mods for logging, and that's the reason I might actually use... I'm really thinking about using the trailer mods on this playthrough, just because, oh my goodness, they're so nice. You know, they're just a low saddle trailer with really, really nice features. I don't know. Okay, this is a what's it called? A task that I have to do, but I can't do it yet. So, did I get out of nowhere yet? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'm going to go grab my Pacific. So we'll go down here, cross this bridge, come up here. Grab the, or not the Pacific, the 5600 TS. Actually, what is, I gotta think. Where is this truck? Oh, it's actually down here. I'll wait for that. Honestly, Clutch, I'm going to agree with you. I think that mods ruin. I think after here's the thing. Hear me out here, guys. Mods, because of how strong they are, they ruin your perception of vehicles in this game. And then after you use them for so long, and then you use a vehicle that's not a mod, you'll be like, oh, this sucks. Because mods are made, they're made so well that, you know, they're all really balanced. They all have awesome tires, super good features, and then you get back on here to these vanilla vehicles and you're like, oh, this sucks. Like, this is supposed to be one of the better trucks in the game that someone reviewed, but it's terrible. And I just think it's because you've been using mods. And that's honestly why I haven't used a lot of them, because I just don't want to skew my perception of what is a good truck and what's good performance. Because if I go use a mod truck, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that point of view anymore, because I'm going to be thinking about other things. That's just my personal opinion. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. There's one of the better vehicles in the game right there. Also, Nos, another thing is, if you buy the year 1, year 2 pass, you have access, you'll be able to jump maps. You don't have to actually play the game in order, although I think playing the game in order helps you play better, because you don't just start out with the best stuff, right? But you can jump maps, you can play different regions, play anything out of order, go get trucks you want to get, go get upgrades. It's kind of a free-flowing game, I guess you would say. Okay, I'm gonna go across here, grab this, grab that, come back, head back north. Actually, what time is it? Because I want to do this. I want to do that the contest where I'm driving at night with the Tatron, so. At rank 12, you managed to get the Zix 605R, though you heard that the truck is a beast of a truck. Yeah, the 605 is pretty wild. That's why you got the realism mod. I'm gonna have to, I need to check that mod out, man. Oh, that's right. This is locked off. Okay, no worries. I just need to open up this or grab this task. That's awesome, Nos. Yeah, I would just suggest playing in order, but yeah, man, if you get stuck or you need to, like, any tips, just go hit up my YouTube video. That's really where all my main content is. I've reviewed pretty much all the vehicles in the game so far. There's a lot of things like gearbox guides, route runners, like a map review on all of the year 1 pass maps, hard mode tips, other things like that. Just a lot of videos. Okay, so stop. I want to go up here, grab this. You know, we'll go through. We'll go under Ducky. There. And then I'm probably going to have to go down through here. I want to grab this trailer in the river, so that's probably what we'll do here. Yo, Mac Daddy, welcome in as well. I'm sorry I missed you there. Biggest drawbacks at mod, in your opinion? that it doesn't account for scale. It doesn't make sense to have trucks in their own in real life fuel cap, for example, when you drive only a fraction of a real distance. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I agree. Okay, let's go. Awesome, man. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate that. Nice. Oops. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna be able to get up in here with this huge vehicle? I think I should be able to. My goodness. How about that? It won't let me get up on that rock. Okay, let's try the other way. I might just come down from the top side, honestly. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go down over the top. Oh, appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, Nos. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's right. I need the fuel. No wonder why I was like... I'm gonna fall over, I know it. Oh, never mind. I didn't. Fine-tune gearbox, which I will not use. But that's fine. I probably could have went up over this way as well. What's up, Commander West? Welcome in. Really, Clutch? You can smash those trees over with the realism mod? That's pretty freaking neat. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go down. Nice. Okay, cool. Crisis averted. This is the Ford F-750. This is a scout vehicle. Kind of a scout, I guess. Okay. Out of nowhere. So this is all... Okay, so far we have like half the map scouted. So we are going to head across here. Across this map. And I want to go see if I can mess with this trailer somehow. Trailer in the river. I'm going to see if I can pick this up. Chunky Colop definitely would be able to smash through the trees. Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's roll. Oops. Actually, what time is it? Almost time. So when it hits midnight, I'm going to go jump over to my Tatron and do that contest. Because you can only do the contest at night, so we'll do that. Yep, that's true. Clutch told you. It is available in the first DLC and basically all of its upgrades. Really a cool vehicle. Oh shoot. I need to get... Here's the tough part. Is oh my goodness. I'm gonna tip. Oh my goodness. I'm going in. Okay, my snorkel's still good. Let's see this. Let's try this. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I actually might have this. Hold on. There's a tree right there. Are you serious? You can't attach that? You gotta be kidding me. I think this is it. I know, gotta get the the Outrigger Scout, right? Yeah, I think she's done. I'm gonna try to get over here. Actually, to the side. And then maybe I can just get through. All Canadian playthrough when? Oh, I don't know, man. We will see about that. Oh, this water's like smashing me. Hold on. Actually, am I moving? Forward built, not the hand wide to water yet, right? Okay, so I can't go forward at all. And I feel... Am I even making progress moving back? Yep, there we go. So if I can just get myself to kind of like creep over. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I think the current's gonna take me out. But I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. Alright, so let's go down this way. And then across this little bridge here. Actually, I think I can, there's another spot. Yeah, I can go straight across, like boom, boom. And then I'm pretty sure I can get over here and then up, yeah. Wait. Oh, this way. And they call it Snow Runner, yeah, right? pretty impressive that this thing did not drown. That was like super impressive. Okay. I believe this is the crossing here. Yep. Oh, these trees. Come on. In RTX, yeah, it does look beautiful in RTX. I don't even know. I have a graphics card, like a 3080 in my laptop here. I don't know. I don't know if RTX would tax the... I think maybe if I played it off stream with RTX on, it would do it. It would run it really well, but on stream, I think it's just taxing too much. This game doesn't have RTX? Oh wait, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Oh wait, hold on, let's see. I usually turn my stuff down whenever I stream, so let's see. No, it doesn't have RTX. No, you're right, it doesn't. No, it would be here. It does have VSync though, but I don't even use that. Alright. Where's this trailer at? Yeah, we're gonna get this thing. Check out Kefren's video on optimizing. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to do something real quick, friends. So Clutch, I just accepted your friend request. Send me that video. I want to see the optimizations. I like to see that. Oh. Oh, this is a scout trailer. Yuck. Okay, whatever. That means... Oh, that means something I have to do and I don't want to do. Actually, it's pretty close. Never mind. It's actually pretty close. Which I'm going to get the Lodestar out to do. Steam crashed. Oh, sweet. Thank you for that, Clutch. I see that coming up. I'll look at that here in a second. Mainly it's for people who have lower GPU, like 10. Okay. I'll check it out anyways. It's probably just good stuff. So, all right. So since my Ford F750 is a Scout, I can't pick up Scout trailers with it. I only really have one Scout in my fleet that can do that, so, and that is the Lodestar. So we'll go down here. First, I need to see where I'm going. So here, there, probably there, over, pretty much it. Can I please show all the vehicles? Yeah, I can. Let me actually back out. I can show you all the vehicles. Do you want me to show you them from my garage, or do you want me to show you like in the store? Oh, you gotta love the Lodestar for sure, man. Yes, you can post a link, Clutch, and then I'll approve the link. Or If it doesn't allow you to do it clutch, let me know. I will actually post it myself. Okay. All right, so NOS. This is all the vehicles in the game currently. Don't worry about these add-ons that you see like back here, like the fuel add-on. These can all change because there's like certain add-ons that you can put on different trucks and stuff. So there's a couple different categories of vehicle. There's highway, heavy duty, heavy, off-road, and then you have your scout vehicles. So this is probably gonna be so much like it's gonna feel like a fire hose of information. So I'll try not to like bombard you, but yeah, there's basically, I'm gonna kind of like break down each category. If you want to go, actually, no, there's a really good video. I actually rack and stack all these on my YouTube channel, and I kind of give my inputs. It's like a really quick, I like basically rack and stack these and how I see them and how strong they are. But I have reviewed all these, but you can go check out all those videos as well. But anyways, there's highway trucks. They basically are highway vehicles. Only 2 of these vehicles have all-wheel drive. I do like them a lot. I think they're very challenging. So you probably won't use these much, but I try to. This is a new vehicle here. This is the Western Star 57X. This came with the Western Star DLC, the Wolfpack DLC, which is a nice, it's a nice DLC. And then you have the heavy duty vehicles. These are kind of like more like on-road vehicles, but they have all-wheel drive and differential locking. Kind of a little bit stronger than the highway trucks for sure. There's a lot of good trucks in here. I do like this category a lot. Very well balanced vehicles. You'll get a bunch of these. You'll get actually 3. You'll get 3 of these in Michigan. You'll get the Western Star 4964, which is a really good one. The Kodiak, you'll get that as well. You'll have the Fleet Star from the beginning. And then moving on to the heavy trucks, these are really massive hulking vehicles. So yeah, they're huge. I don't think I can go through all of these, but this probably is the best vehicle in the game. I wouldn't say probably it is, but just a lot of vehicles. You'll get this vehicle here, the Cat, in Alaska. This is one you get in Wisconsin. All these vehicles here. So there's a bunch of them, but just remember, like, some of these vehicles you can only get through a DLC only. So that's something you got to keep on in your mind there. Yes, you can use all the vehicles on all the maps. There is no restriction. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the 73210 is so underrated, but I think enough people, sorry, I'm like coughing and stuff. Enough people have kind of figured out that it's really a Swiss Army knife that's just so strong. But yeah, something to do, NOS, is like, here's a little tip on how you so you're in your garage, right? So then let's say you want to select a vehicle. So I'm going to select, I don't even know. Let's see. Let's say I select this guy and then I go back and he's in my garage. Well, you have 5 slots or 6 slots in your garage. You can sit trucks. I don't do that because if I do that and I move to another map, this truck stays here and I can't call on that truck unless I have it retained. So what I do is I'll hit retain and it'll go into my truck storage. So I keep all my trucks in the storage and I only bring them out whenever I'm going to use them. Oni, thank you for that sub, that tier 1 sub, man. Appreciate it. Once again, we are at 20 more subs until the DLC giveaway coming up. So if I get 25 subs here on Twitch, I will give away a season pass DLC or multiple DLC trucks, like truck packs, I guess, including the Western Star as well. So appreciate that. Possibly. Thank you for that follow, man. Welcome in. But yeah, those are the truck types. Also, these are the off-road vehicles or the off-road trucks. So they're basically, I would say, a little bit smaller than the heavy trucks. They kind of can do most things. They are geared more toward going in really deep conditions. As you can see, these huge tires on some of these really strong vehicles here. Some of the best vehicles in the game are in this class right here. So, and then you have some smaller ones that are kind of just a little bit nimble. And yeah, there's just a bunch. This is probably a lot of information. Then you have your scout class, which is, you use these to like scout the maps. A lot of people really bypass even using these as a whole because they just use other vehicles to scout the map. But I try to stay as a traditionalist and try to use these vehicles to scout, or a vehicle to scout. So the Tega is called the Tega King because it's the king. Oh, Clutch, we talked about this, man. The Zix is the king. These are my fave. Oh, nice, Nos. Oh, no worries, Commander. No worries, man. So you modded the Detacher T813 to have always on diff, and it oh man, McDaddy. That is exactly what I said on my review for the T813. If it had always on, it would just crush things, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did. It's amazing. If honestly, the way it acts with diff lock on is amazing. But anyways, let's go back here. I need to continue. Excuse me. I mean, I'm not opposed to, you know, it having switchable all-wheel drive, switchable diff lock, but the thing is like with 8x8 vehicles, as explained on that video and on, you know, other videos, either the Azov Antarctic or even the mud running tips video, whenever you don't have diff lock and you have 8 wheels like that, you're losing so much without having diff lock on. But once you toggle it on, the vehicle just acts. Okay, cool. Let's go do this, actually. We're gonna go do this Tatron mission here. All right, here we go. Okay, hold on. We have to do this now. I hate that this thing is at night. I really do. But this is it. Let's do it. The red one on the loading screen? I don't know. I forget which one you're talking about, but we'll check here in a second. Alright, so this mission you have to do inside of the cockpit at night. How good is the Cat 745C in Alaska? It's amazing. The Cat 745C is probably one of the better off-roaders in the game. Awesome tires. I think the best vehicle that can do off-road right now is actually a tractor. But 745C is really good. Okay. I need to get over. Man, first person is not my thing. Sorry guys, I will catch up with chat here whenever I complete this. Where's the windshield wipers? Oh. Goodness. Okay, I'm probably not going to go through that. I'll just go around because I have a ton of time. Still have a minute, basically. Nice. There's 8 grand. Okay, I will catch up on chat here for a second. Okay, possibly. You said you're somewhat new. You're on and off. About to start Russia. Completed Michigan and Alaska. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Honestly, man, I love hearing that new people are getting into the game still. It is awesome. Like, just I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, talking to people about, like, when they're first starting, how excited they are and stuff. Can we pause, choose time, day? No. So here's the thing, Nos. In hard mode, you can't skip time. In a normal playthrough, I can skip time and turn it on, like, night, day. I can always toggle it. But on hard mode, you can't do that. Now on New Game Plus, you can choose to have like double daylight, always daytime, always night, stuff like that. But you can toggle that stuff, but not on hard mode. This is hard mode. Oh, nice, Oni. Yeah, you're gonna really like the Cat 745C. It really has saved me in a bunch of places, and it's cool because you can put logs on it. And then also, you can actually use it as a good support vehicle, as a fueler, and get to those like really hard areas. So, also, which map is the Lodestar Ray suspension? It is in Mountain River, down there by the shoreline, actually. I believe. It's on Mountain River, I'm almost positive. So the second map on Alaska. This, honestly, yeah, this game probably does have some of the best communities because, like, there's no really competitive nature of it, right? So everyone just wants to see everyone succeed. That's kind of how it feels, honestly. When you skip time, you lose some fuel from your tank. That's weird. If your tank is off, you shouldn't lose. That's kind of weird. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Mac Daddy. Yep. Another good site to use. If you haven't used this site, please check this out. Put this on your favorites. This will save you a ton of time. This is a really good site for it. Shows you the whole map. It shows you a bunch of things that you can look at. There's tire stats in here. There's so many different things that people put together and actually like input on the site. It's just really a good help. Gosh, my throat is like killing me. I'm gonna take a little drink of this coffee. What's up, Arkito? Welcome in. That's crazy. It did that when you skip time in Mudrunner. Okay. Now let's go back. Do it all again. So hard mode is... I wouldn't recommend hard mode to anybody who doesn't like doing contests a lot or worrying about funds, because that's literally... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh, nice, Clutch. I'll try that. I actually order my coffee from Hawaii, a place I used to go to whenever I lived there. I used to go there like every Saturday. The heck am I doing? You went straight to Alaska to retrieve the Royal, the 6x6? I like the Royal. That's actually a nice pick to do that. I never heard of anybody doing that, but that's actually pretty cool. I like the Royal a lot. BM17 is a good truck, honestly, in my opinion. Where the heck am I going? Okay, I'm on the way. This is decent. The crazy thing is, possibly, I really, anytime someone says they skipped and moved forward to get something, it's usually someone going to grab the Tega. So I'm really excited that you went and grabbed the Royal. That's really cool. I like that. Chevy isn't helping. How good is the Hummer? I think the Hummer is good. I mean, you're probably talking about performance. The Hummer's gonna have better better fuel performance. I wouldn't say it's gonna have better like actual off-road performance, but you have, you know, more fuel, more repairs that you can call upon. It doesn't burn as much fuel. I really like the Hummer. I played it. I've scouted out some pretty hard maps with that vehicle, even like the Yukon maps. I've used the Hummer to scout those, and it did really well. Okay, I'm going to stop and do this all again. Oh no, I guess I'll just drive toward it. First playthrough, you went and bought Russian trucks, ruined the game for same here, man. My first playthrough up until my game got deleted. So I started playing the game first off, and I chose to use like the Paystar 5070 and the Azov 64131, and the game became boring. I didn't get better at the game because those trucks kind of like assisted me through. And then I got to, you know, places like the Yukon, and I finished the Yukon, and I was actually using a modded truck there. And then my game was deleted. After that, I restarted the game, decided I'm not going to skip forward. I'm going to learn how to play right. And that's when I started my YouTube channel. When you're winching the Fleet Star 10 hours straight for 3 missions, you gotta adapt. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I do like the Fleet Star a lot, actually. Okay, let's do this. Clutch bump and go. Okay. So sorry if this seems a little bit boring to anyone who's in here. We're gonna do this one more time, this contest, after I complete this one here, because it gives me a good bit of money, and on hard mode it's worth it to do these. But, and I mentioned I didn't do a lot of these, but this one is definitely worth it. The Fleet Star, I think it's good to use. Oh shoot, I gotta get this. Okay, cool, I got it. Man, when you don't have the markers down, it's kind of hard. Okay, what am I doing here? Get going. Okay. And this was taking a little bit longer. What? I didn't touch my camera. What in the world? I didn't even touch my camera. I just lost out on 8,000 cash because of that. I didn't touch my camera. What in the world? You love the Fleet Star best beginner truck? Fleet Star's good. Honestly, it is good. It's just, it's tough. It is a tippy truck. It's not really good with high saddle or low saddle, in my opinion. The Tip Start 5070. The Azov Turtle. That's really what it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, once you get all-wheel drive it is. But the thing is, you get all-wheel drive right off the bat, right? Isn't all-wheel drive right in front of it? As soon as you pick it up? That's right, slow and steady wins the race, man. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can't believe that. I did not touch my camera. Well, let's try it again. That's so sad. I cannot believe that. Yeah, that's what it is actually, Clutch. It's clicking the left stick. And I wasn't even touching my left stick. I mean, I'm only using it side to side for turning right now. Oh my gosh. Wait, you didn't have all-wheel drive on the Lodestar? You had to have. The Lodestar comes with all-wheel drive and diff lock on. Always. That's why you recovered the Royal? So the Lodestar, if you're talking about the Lodestar, that's a Scout. So that it comes with all-wheel drive and diff lock on. Fleet Star, I believe you find its all-wheel drive upgrade like right in front of the vehicle when you first roll up to it. Maybe. I might have hit it by accident, honestly. Which is, it's possible I did. I don't think I did, though. And I just missed my control point. Well, I just missed that. Okay, whatever. I just missed my first control point because I was looking at the Twitch chat. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Fleet Star. Yeah, the Fleet Star is part of that. So I just missed out on a ton of cash. But the only thing is, I mean, here's the thing. I do have $1 million right now, so I'm not really in need. So whatever. Let's get back in the Lodestar here. Goodness. No, it's alright. It's my fault. Honestly, like, usually when I do those, I usually have like little markers on the map. And I didn't that time. No, it's not anybody's fault but my own. It doesn't really matter. I don't really need that money. I still haven't used any cash for fuel and stuff like that, so I'm still good. I'm still in really good shape. I'm gonna be okay. There's much more money to be earned here anyways. If I play my cards right, I should come out of here with like maybe 1.2 million after this map. Okay. Invest in Chevy stocks and make your money back? Yeah, right? Alright, it's right here. But yeah, once you get the race suspension for this vehicle here, it changes the game. It just behaves so much different. Okay, accept that. Trailer in the river. Okay, let's see where this goes. Trailer in the river. This goes to... Oh, the miner's house. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm getting paid... I'm getting paid 8 grand for this mission here. And it's really not that hard, so... It's not that big of a deal that I missed out on that stuff, so... Let me see if I actually can make it up through there. So I'm not too worried. Yeah, the race suspension is like a must on this vehicle. Oh yeah, without getting high centered, yeah, it definitely, I mean, I just ran over some pretty big rocks right there. And it handled it pretty well. Just gonna throw in high. Just kind of go chill. Could I... Actually, that's a road. Let's cut over. You can't wait for Black Friday? Oh, you're eyeing a PC. Man, I wish I could buy like a desktop. Oh my goodness. I want to buy a desktop PC for like a good stream setup and stuff like that, but I just don't have the money. It's just straight up, I don't have the money. Doing house projects and stuff like that. And okay, I'm in this rut. This is the issue with scouts right here. They don't have enough grip. He has the power. His wheels are still spinning, it's just he doesn't have the grip. The trailer weighs probably way more than he does. Oh man, I'm waiting for Cyber Monday because I need to actually buy a TV as well. That's what I need to buy. When we moved over to this house, they actually broke both of my TVs. We had a 70 and a 65 inch and the movers broke both of them. So I have to buy a new, yeah. Well, I have a 3080. It's in a laptop though. So it's like, what, like 60% of the strength of an actual 3080? Your dad had a Lodestar dump truck? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Gosh, could you imagine mud tires on the Lodestar? That'd be insane. I mean, it's definitely pulling it. Honestly, man, Master, they haven't. They haven't. Here's the thing, we moved in June. I submitted the claim. They broke every piece of furniture in that shipment, actually. So we moved into our house with completely broken furniture. So we've been spending the better part of the last 6 months getting furniture in our house. Everything new. And it's, you know, on top of doing, you know, house projects and stuff like that. So we submitted that claim and like, we still even haven't even resolved it. So nice. Okay. Well, there's 8 grand, which is good. Okay, back to scouting. All right. But I mean, I'm really hoping I get back some money because it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm hoping to get some type of compensation out of it. I'm hoping because, I mean, it's really sad that companies don't take pride in what they do. Like, they literally treated our stuff like garbage. Like, the condition, I went to Home Depot and got like the heavy duty boxes, right? Packed up everything in these boxes and spent hundreds of dollars on securing these boxes for shipment. And when they came to the house, they were like ripped open. You know, people like stepped on my box springs. I have a huge smoker. I have a pellet grill, a Traeger Pro Series 575, and I use it quite a bit. They completely broke off the chimney of my smoker. They actually stacked it on top of my boxes, and the legs of the trigger went through the boxes. It's America, you can't sue them or something? I don't think so. I filed like a $5,000 grievance claim, so I mean, who knows? But yeah, it's been tough. You still have a 2-ton 57 Chevy 6400? Oh my gosh, man. That's awesome. Okay, so did I get hazardous cargo? Okay, I didn't. Okay, sweet. So here's what we'll do. We'll go up here this road, cruise for a little bit, chill. Come down this road. If I can make it down, I'll probably just make it down there and then jump down here. And then off to the other towers. Yeah. I mean, I don't really think anyone deserves to have that happen to their stuff. I mean, the crazy thing is, like, when we got married, we just bought, you know, new, I wouldn't say like newer stuff, but it was pretty good condition stuff we bought, you know. And they just broke stuff. Like, we bought her a 70-inch screen, like right before we got married. She was living in a different apartment, and we bought her a 70-inch TV. And then, you know, we got married. We moved it into our house that we were living in Arizona. And, yeah, when they brought it here, I tried to fire it up, and it was just a lightning streak of different colors going across the screen. I was like, wow. I did not expect this. You have a 1955 Ford F100, spent 5 years getting her up and running. Oh my goodness. Candy red paint job. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, with all that being said, be aware of moving companies. Get the highest insurance you can on your items. So the bad thing is they said that our stuff was getting packed on the truck, and then it was immediately shipping from Arizona to Ohio. And they said it would be 7 to like 12 days to get there. Okay. And we found out that they took the stuff and took it over to Las Vegas, put it in a warehouse, and we didn't actually get our stuff for almost 30 days. I think 28 or 30 days. So we called them at like day 14. We're like, hey, where's our stuff at? Like, you guys said that we, like, meanwhile we're sleeping on air mattresses, like in an empty house. And we're like, where's our stuff? And the lady got like really nasty with my wife. And so, you know, a couple more weeks go by, we get her stuff, and, you know, it's broken. So what I think happened is they hurried up, threw the stuff in with another shipment, and then just said, here you go. But yeah, that's basically how it went. Yeah, moving local. I moved local one time whenever I got married, and that was easy. I did it myself. Well, it wasn't really easy because, yeah, moving yourself kind of stinks. But the crazy thing is, like, when I got out of the Air Force, they paid a moving company to move my stuff to Arizona, and they were great. Didn't damage one thing. Well, they might have damaged something, but like not, it wasn't anything big. But yeah, just sad, you know. Actually, hold up. I need to see something real quick. Let's see. Grainwoods. Okay. All right. Rented a truck and moved your own stuff? Honestly, I almost did, Oni. But the thing is, I didn't want to drive across the country in a U-Haul. Oh yeah, I'm using MapRunner for sure. I wanted to see if that fuel station down south was, I thought I needed a requirement to open it up because I'm gonna need fuel coming up soon. Clutch, why you gotta be a snitch, man? No, it's alright. I always use MapRunner. Oh, I'm always using it. Probably use the 5600 TS and stacked your stuff with the crane. You're probably right, Mac. You're probably right. Oh. I want to get this mission, whatever it is, I want to get it. Long logs. Ugh. You've been playing Spin Tire since it first appeared? I can't fool you. Fair enough. See, Wisconsin is like... It's weird. Here's the weird thing about Wisconsin is like there's some really nice like trail running spots like this and on certain parts of the map, and then some parts are just like ugh. Get the quick mod. Yeah, I probably will use the modded trailers, honestly. I mean, is it cheating if you're still moving the cargo just with a different type of trailer? Is that considered cheating? All right, 1 second. I'm gonna turn on my lamp here. There we go. Gets dark early now, right? Have I seen The Way of the Hunter? No, I haven't. I actually have a friend who plays it though. All right. Order for logs. Farmer's house. Okay, never mind. Okay, mobile. Let's go up here. Depends on if you use them built in with fuel and repair. Well, I think they do have built-in repairs. I mean, honestly, I don't really have to use them. I mean, I've definitely completed the game without using them, so, I mean... Where the heck is that? Mobile? Oh, I think I have to bring this there, and then the oversized cargo. That's right, okay, this is not... It probably does spawn empty, to be honest. I don't know. I'd have to... Someone would have to clarify that one. Let's go this way. I'm actually going to jump through. Only for the worthy. Do I have that one? No, I don't. Oh, this one's actually kind of tough. I think this is a P12 down here that you have to tip over. This one's actually kind of tough. You need a pretty big truck to do this. The only problem you found with this game is if you turn it on at 9 when the kids go to bed, an hour later the sun comes up and the kids are getting up, right? Hey, yeah, that checks. That checks. Time flies when you play this, honestly. Man, when I first got this game, I played the crap out of it. I'm talking, I put like 10 hours in a day, maybe more. And I think I got it right when I was like in college, or, you know. And it was like I went to school. If I didn't have school that day, I was on SnowRunner. Watching someone playing SnowRunner, go to the gym, eat, SnowRunner. Thank God you don't have to deal with kids till later 20s. All right. Yes, it can. It can carry, I believe it can carry the 2-slot containers. I don't know, somebody was saying it can carry 2-piece, like a single-piece cargo, 2 of them, but I don't think it can. I think it can just carry the container in the rack, and that's it. You bought this game when the year 1 pass came out? Nice. You're turning 20 in January, so you should enjoy your time alone while you can. Man, enjoy being able to play video games. Because as you get older, it becomes less and less. Yes, it is very grindy, that's for sure. Possibly. It is, it is. Yo, what's up, Killer T? Welcome in. I'm doing well, man. How are you? We are back to our hard mode. We just completed phase 8 a couple days ago, and I just decided to jump back on the hard mode. Like this area down here, oh man, if you drive through here, like these little off-beaten trails, they're really fun to drive down. Yeah, oh my gosh, Clutch, that's a good point. Yeah, it's grindy is definitely 12 potatoes. It used to be really grindy when they had the 15 cabins in the Yukon until they changed it. Yep, there she is. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be a mission for sure. Not bad though, just basically stay right here, grab its front end, pull it up this hill with a pretty strong vehicle, which I do have. Okay, so let's see here. Where am I going? Tower. Here. Here. Around here. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Marvin? Welcome in, man. I'm doing good, man. No, this is actually Wisconsin. You know, Marvin, I was thinking about playing Red Canyons. There's been a couple people that have actually wanted me to play Red Canyon. And, you know, I thought about it. I do want to play Max Power's mod map too, as well. There's a lot of things I want to play. I almost played a different game today too. I thought about playing a different game, but decided just to jump on here. Where's that tower? I can't see its top. Like, see back here, like these little... Oh, there it is. These little crossings. It's not really super hard. It's like bumpy. Red Canyon and Highway region. That would be pretty cool too. I mean, this thing does turn pretty tight for how long it is. But anybody who's stopping in, welcome in. My name is Nathan. I primarily make SnowRunner content. A lot of reviews, a lot of helpful videos for people to basically help them out on SnowRunner, just because it's such a very long adventure. So if any way I can make your life easier, that's basically the intent of the YouTube channel. As you can see, I do stream as well whenever I can, but we are on our hard mode. Oh, nice. All right, that is the whole map scouted out. I'm gonna go grab that upgrade. Here's a fuel carrier. So this is the only fuel carrier in this whole map, okay? So this is something I haven't talked about yet. I made 2 videos on how to jumpstart a hard mode successfully, and I've stuck to those principles, and I haven't had to pay for any fuel since up until this point. And I believe this will be my last free fuel that I'm going to be able to grab. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to burn up the rest of my free fuel that I have currently stored in my garage. And yeah, after that, we're basically going to start paying for our own fuel. But because I've done that, we've, you know, accumulated over $1 million, or snow bucks, somebody called it. I should try Mud Runner too. I think I might. I might try Mud Runner too. Actually, Max Power gifted me Mud Runner on what's it called? On Steam, actually. You got 3 vehicles you fixed up from World War II? Dang, nice. That's awesome. It's only a more next. Yeah, right, McDaddy? That's right. The good thing is, though... Alright, I'll grab this down here. Turn around and grab these 2 upgrades. Alright, let's see. How do we get down? Yeah, more is going to be a little bit more difficult with fuel, that is for sure. But we'll figure it out. It does pay out, though. Amore pays out like 800,000 or something of that sort, so I should be able to stay in positives in Amore still. I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more efficient than I normally am. Oh man, this is gonna be a slosh fest probably down here. Alright, Oni, thank you so much for those the gifted sub and the tier 1 sub as well. You have yourself a great night, great day. Appreciate your company and stopping in. We will see you next time. Engageable, that is for the 5600 TS. And we'll definitely get him here shortly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that truck because of its thirsty nature, but I think a fuel tanker would be a good pick. We'll see. Okay, let's see something. I want to look where this is at. Classified. Can I go straight? I can go straight. All right, cool. So straight to classified, then to upgrade, and then I might go grab this fuel storage or this fuel tanker and drag it to the sawmill. Once you hear the sound of the Audi 9 GTO, you'll change your mind. No, I haven't seen that. With the weight? Oh, I mean, I knew they've had like a weight value attached to them. I just didn't know how much weight. Oh, don't tip over there. Yeah, we will be doing this mission back here while we're here. Oh, no worries, Clutch. I'm just reading your comment. I'm actually a fan of German cars. I owned 2 of them so far. I owned a TDI that was a 6-speed, and then I currently own a GLI. I used to. Here's the thing, man, and this is, I don't know if this is gonna sound like bias or not. I used to work at a Chevy garage actually, and doing reconditioning, and I had the privilege of driving around a lot of Chevy vehicles to go down to the gas station, get gas for whenever they would show them. And now I know this has changed since then, but this is back in like, 07, 08 time frame. And something that I noticed was they didn't feel like they were solid. And then after driving a Volkswagen, the car felt like a tank. And like, driving, those Chevy vehicles, I know they've changed since because I've driven in vehicles that people that have had Chevys, and they do seem a lot better. So I definitely know that has changed, but I am a super big fan of German vehicles. So don't tax me for that. Here. We'll go to this spot. I'll grab this trailer. I'll come back over. The Schwimmwagen and the Kubelwagen. 3 within the deal. Some fuel containers, trailers, add-ons, and attachments aren't heavier when full, and some are even lighter. Really? Yeah, I think so. Clutch. I'm gonna do that, Mac Daddy. I wanna see those values actually. I do want to see those values, so I will check that out. Okay, another thing back here is you have these little stands where there are logs, and I think once you activate a mission, those logs actually appear. I don't know. The thing is, man, like, people would bring in like newer Chevys for trade-ins, and I would have to recondition them and like completely clean them up and get them ready for the used lot. And just driving them after, someone used them for 50,000 miles, they felt like crap. And I'm not saying that because, like, I'm American. I love American vehicles. You guys know me. If you've watched the channel, I'm definitely America. But I gotta say, I wasn't impressed. Now, back in the day, like you said, Clutch, I'm sure they definitely were some amazing quality. Ah, crap, I should have went in the other way. I'll go around this way. Your best experience has been with Japanese cars? 2 Hondas, yeah, that's true. They are, honestly. I mean, look at the Toyota Tacoma. So, my stepfather had one. He owns a roofing business, and he's owned it for... It's a family business. He's owned it for, I think, 35 or 40 years. maybe longer. It was his dad's business before it was his. And his Toyota Tacoma died, I think, after almost I think it was like 500,000 miles. I'm gonna catch up with chat here. It's useful to know how to carry your fuel around versus the hitch trailer fuel trailer. Depending on the truck, it can be more efficient because the truck container has no weight. Oh, that's pretty good. You know, I like that, Mac, is because if I'm gonna use a low saddle with a fuel carrier, I want to know if I'm actually gaining weight, which equates to traction. That'd be really cool to know, actually. I normally don't haul around the hitch trailers, but that would be good to know. I'm definitely looking that up. Definitely looking it up. Mount Missouri, welcome in. Thank you for that follow on Twitch. Okay, straight ahead. Welcome in. We are adoring our hard mode playthrough. We just finished our phase 8 100% a couple days ago, so now we're just jumping back in here. Man, the last free fuel. You worked for Lincoln before you started your on your own. Expensive, cheaply made. That's sad. I feel like that's kind of a trend that, you know, I've been seeing is, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's good, Mac. That's good to hear. That's actually really good to hear. All right, so we're going to make our way back here. I think there's logs right there. We'll go by and check it out. Actually, no. We're going this way. Guess we'll just, I don't know, maybe go over here, go down up through there. And then I'll pull this vehicle to here, go grab these two. Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like they are made like they were before. It's weird. Yeah, they buy a new model. That's true. Well, most people, here's the problem, is a lot of people lease their car. So they'll drive it till their lease is up, and then they'll just get a new one. And the problem is when you do that, man, you pay a lot of money for a lease. And then also on top of that is they drive their cars really bad. They drive them really hard. And then the crazy thing is the next person that gets them out of the used lot has to deal with just the owner who didn't take care of their cars. And that's what's even more sad. Honestly, man, I bought both my Volkswagens. I bought my first one outright. I think I paid it off within like a year, and then the second one I bought off the floor, and I paid it off within a year too. I just decided I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep the car. I didn't want to do a lease and pay, you know, $300-400 a month for a car. So you have an all original drivetrain for a 367K on your 05 V6 Silverado with an Escalade nose wheels. That's awesome, man. That reminds me of like a Morgan Wallen song, like a sunburnt Silverado. I think it just depends, man. I think you just need to do research. If you're gonna buy a used car, just do research. You can research on what the car's been through, how maintenance has been done on it. I mean, I've owned my car for 5 years and nothing is broke on it. I mean, my battery went dead, but that's just because I literally have been traveling 315 days of the last year. So my battery just went bad. But that's not necessarily, you know, engine related or whatever. Yeah, used cars in Europe seem pretty good. I've traveled to Europe a bunch actually when I was in the service and drove a lot of Volkswagen actually. If you want a car to fix all the time, Alfa Romeo. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I don't think I will. Alright, Jack, thank you for stopping in, man. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time. You're certified in VW, Audi, BMW, Mini, Volvo, Tech. Dang, that's awesome, man. So possibly, which of the four would you buy? I know they're very similar. I probably wouldn't buy BMW just because they're so expensive. Audi is pretty expensive too. Gosh, even Volvo is expensive. But I don't know. People have told me good things about Volvo. Older Volvos are made like tanks. I've heard that too. Actually, I had a friend in high school who drove a Volvo that was like I guess like a family heirloom. So it sounds kind of funny, right? But yeah, he loved it. Can you make it so the tech doesn't break so often? Oh man. Let's see here. What I got in here? Oh, that's right. I need to go do this. I almost forgot myself. Okay, detach, and then we'll head over and grab this thing here. You prefer Volvo yourself? Man, that's kind of cool you said that, because maybe the next car I buy might be a Volvo. But the thing is, I bought my car in 2017, and it just is now coming up on 30,000 miles. Because in both jobs that I've held since I bought it, I travel a lot, so I don't really drive it too much. So I'm probably going to keep it for a while, but yeah, that's true that they are. They are putting your kids through college. That's true. They are expensive to fix. Most of those cars are expensive to fix. Volvo, Volkswagen, BM. I have to go around. That stuff's probably too thick. I'll just go around. Nice, you got the game. Downloading is in progress. Nice, Nos. Good stuff, man. Man, you can really tip over back here. This is how the game should be. Like, make the terrain very, like, I don't want to say tippy, but make it so you have to pay attention rather than sitting in a bunch of mud all the time. Why would anyone chop trees in the middle of a forest? And where did the chopped trees go? Carter vanished yet again, leaving behind an envelope. Well, there's like 4,200, which is pretty good. What's up, Pod? Welcome in. What part is this? This is Grain Woods River, Wisconsin, and this is hard mode. A friend of yours got a Volvo from '66 We tuned and tuned the living crap out of it, basically. Sent the orbit. What did we do after? Take the engine from the Volvo 240, slapped it in the... Oh my gosh. Thank you for that follow pod. Appreciate that, man. Welcome in. Apparently the devs said that they designed the terrain to tip you over. Yeah, right? You scan a Toyota and there's about 4 modules. Just scan a BMW, there's like 20 to 50 modules on the network. Oh my goodness. The Christmas lights, one stop working, the whole network crashes. Oh my gosh, man. That is crazy. The Volvo 240 is a tank. I think that's what my buddy had, was a Volvo 240 actually, I'm not sure. You have about 80 hours in this game? Oh man, it is awesome. It is awesome, for sure. Love this game, man. I've been playing this game exclusively for, gosh, 2 years now. Been making a lot of content on it. I think I have 27 or 2,800 hours now in this game. So I've spent a lot of time making videos on this game and driving it and streaming it and stuff. So yeah, it is awesome. Yes, actually, mainly all my content's on YouTube. The link should be on my About tab, but I can actually link it for you. But I do, honestly, I started doing truck reviews, other videos as well. That's really what I've been doing, and then I just stream a little bit on the side. Which, if anyone wants to go check out the content, there it is. That is the YouTube channel. Okay, let's back out of here. Yeah, absolutely, man. Hopefully it helps you. There's pretty much every vehicle has been reviewed on this game except for the tractors, which I'm gonna work on. I'm thinking about doing a live stream review on the tractors. Actually, it might be something different, but I might put together some notes and do like a little presentation instead of doing an actual like formal review. Do something different for a change. There we go, back through. Sweet. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Oh man, bunch of... Oh, this map is full of stuff right now. Goodness. There's a lot to unpack right now. First thing is probably going to be Northbridge. Northbridge is like first thing. 2 metal beams. 2 metal beams, spare parts are over here. Wait, no. That's a rolled steel. Okay, that's why it's locked. Okay, whatever. Which, it's probably gonna be here. The what's it called? No. Yeah, there we go. And I have somebody to do this right now. So we'll go for a little bit longer. I'm gonna grab the 310 Echo here, which is a nice little truck. VW and Porsche are your biggest money makers. BMW Mini, not that far. Oh, nice. Audi and Porsche. VW. Okay, let's go. Man, I need to repair this thing. Let me see if I can actually repair this thing over here. I don't think I can. Like normal mode, I'm pretty sure I can. Let's see. No, you can't. That's right. Gosh. Man, they really hose you on hard mode. Whatever, we'll deal. I think I have to open up this side of this warehouse too. Alright, so North Bridge, 2 spare parts. Is it 2 service? 2 service spare parts. And yep. So possibly, tell me this, is it true, is it true that like Audi, Mercedes, BMW are basically just like the luxury versions of those cars? Because I think like there's like someone, I think one company owns multiple of them. I'm not really sure who, but that's what I've heard. I'm not really sure. I haven't really like looked into it. I just didn't find it was something I needed to know. BMW owns Mini and Rolls-Royce. Okay. Board slide. VW owns Bentley. Oh shoot, what am I doing here? Back up. Volkswagen is the biggest. I expected that. They own a lot of brands. Okay. No, I mean I did. I mean I have skated before, but not on not skateboard. But I do kind of understand a little bit about. I used to actually like inline skate. I guess I don't even know what you call it, aggressive inline or whatever. But I did that when I was younger. Crazy thing is, I own a pair of skates like that still. They're like Volo JJ1s or JJ2s. And I haven't skated in so long, man. I used to be all about it. Oh, nice. You've been skating for 20 years? Dang. That's really cool. Ah, I see. So Jaguar and Land Rover are owned by Tata. It's crazy, right? When you learn like which company owns another company. Almost feels like a monopoly, doesn't it? Oh, you also live in Europe? Oh, so you're Polish? Oh, nice, man. There's a lot of people that watch my stream from Europe, actually. South Africa in here as well. Okay, let's stop here. I gotta clean up this garage. I just recently brought over all my trucks from what's it called? Black Badger Lake, and I haven't like organized my garage, so forgive me for that. It's kind of like really bothering me. Okay, let's change. We're gonna go grab these two. Yeah, it's a mess. I didn't put them in the. I need to like refuel vehicles, consolidate my fuel, and then start. Yeah, I left these vehicles out because some of them are damaged and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Scandinavian here, nice, man. A lot of, honestly, I feel like I have more people that watch that are from different countries than people that watch from the US. Okay, let's see. I'm going this way. This is actually going to be pretty hard. So I go this way, down through, underneath the bridge, all the way down, over to the metal. Let's do it. Great, it's gonna be dark. Even better, right? Isn't it funny how your taillights show in your inside of your bed? Is longboard considered skating? He said no, bro. Man, I used to go to like skate parks and stuff and like go on the, what's it called? The vert ramps, like the spine and stuff. Oh, that was fun. I remember I was in like 7th grade and I would skate around town and we would go to like I think it was like FedEx and go out back where their like truck loading was. And you could actually raise their loading ramps up to the maximum. We would raise them up and I would like skate as fast as I could and actually jump off of those onto flat ground and do like tricks and stuff like that. And then, you know, we would have grind rails up, working on different grinds, kicker ramps and stuff like that. And then I tried to do like a backflip or a front flip off a kicker ramp one time and it went really bad. I like fell and like on my shoulder or something like that. And I remember I just got up and I was like, "Hey guys, I think I'm going home." And then I just skated home for the day. I was like, "I'm done. That's it." Oh, these are for that one mission. Darn. I guess I'm gonna have to come back down here. Wish I had like 12 slot cargo bed. Real life skating's fun, man, but if you fall, you get wrecked. Like I feel like there is no easy fall. And it's even worse if you're not wearing gear. And then you have those people who shred you for wearing gear. They're like, "Oh, dude, you're a wuss. Like, why are you wearing gear for?" And it's like, because I get wrecked. Yes. We just got 2 cats and my wife just showed me a cat cam. Oh my gosh. I am a dog person and we got 2 cats. Yeah, that's true. You do understand how to fall better. Understand to not throw your hands down in a certain way. Or if you have like wrist guards, you basically let the wrist guard go down. No, not for the stream. No way, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, no way. No worries, dude. Have your combos. It's good seeing people actually interact in the chat. Normally it's just me talking to myself. So... But yeah, my wife rescued 2 little black cats. They're like, I think like 15 weeks old or something like that. And yeah, brother and sister. Let's see. Oh, there's only 1? Oh man, that's unfortunate. I was expecting to have 2 middle beams here. The only thing is, man, if you fall on your butt, unless you're wearing like some type of protective gear under your pants, that is like the worst. Even like skiing, I was a huge skier actually. My dad taught me to ski when I was like 3 years old, and then, you know, we would go to ski resorts and stuff like that. Yeah, no worries, Pod. Thank you for stopping and thank you for that follow. Appreciate your conversation, man. Get some rest. We will see you next time. But yeah, I used to get wrecked skiing, especially going on the moguls. Oh man, I remember the one time we were going over the moguls and I hit him wrong, and I landed right as like the mogul was like in front of me. Instead of landing on like its aft side, like on the downslope part, I landed on the upslope part. And no kidding you, like the bindings went right up my butt, like hit me right in the business. And I literally laid there in so much pain. It was the worst. In real life ski streams? Could you imagine? I wonder if people even do that. That'd be pretty funny. I would get wrecked, man. That's funny. You broke your tailbone going over backwards on wheelies at 110cc pit bike? Oh my goodness. That sounds rough. Alright, Pod, we'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. You might want to let the wife know about that. Alright, how are we getting back up here? Oh, shoot. Okay, enough of that. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this is where all those barrels are for that task. Up. Round. I know where to go after that. Electricians or an engineers? No, I don't know. Maybe. I know Master Wizard or Master War Wizard. He's I think a software engineer. My younger brother is an engineer, but no. Not me, sadly. Okay, I'm actually going to... Man, this thing's pulling. Oh, you know what? Let's just leave it in high. Let's see what it got. Oh, I knew... Oh, that rock. That rock got me. I lost my momentum. Oh yeah, this pass right here, going under this bridge, is such a good design from the developers, man. I'm actually really impressed with the step 310 right now. That was a pretty hard pull, especially up that grade. Do I have a Discord? I do have a Discord. I don't have like a Discord channel, per se. No, I don't have a Discord channel yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make one or not. I just don't know if I have people to moderate it. I don't have time to moderate it myself. This oil barrel mission was a nightmare? Oh, I bet, man. It's looking that way. You'll be a mod? You don't mind? I'll have to think about it. I have another streamer that's a good friend of mine. His name is Storm of Iron. He plays a lot of SnowRunner, a lot of other games like Assassin's Creed, Skyrim, games like that. I'll have to ask him how to set it up again. The Discord mods are a meme content. Let's see, just rip it in high here. But yeah, I'll probably like, honestly, I probably need to. It's just, I don't know. I think if my channel was like bigger, like some of the larger YouTubers, I'd probably be more inclined to do it. I don't know. Like I just talked to SD1 the other day. He was mentioning that he wanted to start a Discord. So I think SD1 is starting a Discord, so when that pops up, I will definitely make an announcement so you can all go in there and join it. That'll be a good channel. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do one yet. We'll see. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mac Daddy. He does other things like other driving games. Mostly it's always a driving game, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he does a lot of more content than just SnowRunner. He's a really nice guy. Me and Max talked to him a lot actually. We did a little video with him on the I think it's the history of SnowRunner in the Spin Tire series. So I narrated that one. Let's go. Oh, nice. You all share your automotive projects? That's cool. That is really cool, possibly. All right. Okay, there is part of the bridge. And then here is the other part of the bridge. You got 5 projects? Wow, man. That's a lot. Boom. Yo, Pupper Lover, thank you for that cheer. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Sweet, we have ourselves a road. Nice. Actually, I think I can do this wooden bridge. We'll go up here and check real quick. Let's just go up here and check. Yo, Pupper Lover, thank you for that cheer again. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for the cheer once more. Alright, I think, I'm not sure if this is gonna open up this bridge or not, but we're gonna, let's see. Let's see what it is. So is it South Bridge? No, it's Wooden Bridge. Yep, it will. Okay, we'll do this real quick. Might as well. Thank you for that follow, Pupper Lover. Sweet, let's go drop this off. So Clutch, would like autonomy, like I guess like robotic autonomy, would that be considered AI? I'm pretty sure it is. Right? Would that be considered something that's AI? Okay. That's basically what my company does. Is we're an autonomous drone company where we just basically tell a drone to go fly a mission, they go fly it. And that's basically what it does. It comes back, downloads the info, sends it to the customer, recharges, yeah, cools the battery. Nice. There is that. Another 3 grand. Yeah, it's a pretty cool job, honestly. I just traveled too much, man. 315 days traveled in 1 year is just way too much. I believe this here, the race suspension for the bore. I need all-wheel drive to turn sharper. Oh gosh, this is gonna get stuck. Is it? Is it? Is it? Okay, no, it didn't. Good. What kind of drones do I work with? Delivery and stuff? No, we actually work with imagery. Our company is just straight up imagery. You can look it up. The company is called American Robotics. We basically are a drone company that like a drone in the box type. So some of the work I've done is doing like inspections on like oil tanks, stuff like that for like Chevron. And then we did stuff for Scott's Lawn Care, where we would take pictures of like their flower beds, their hemp rows, grass, certain grass trials they were doing. And their scientists would go in and look at that information, or that imagery, that multispectral imagery. So like there was different type of light spectrums, and they would look at them and they would do their analysis of what either the flower, the hemp, or the grass would need and such. And then for the oil fields, and down there at Chevron, they had floating roof tanks on their oil tanks. So then they would just do inspections from that. Basically, yeah, it's a cool job. It really is. I love it. It's just too much work, or too much travel. I mean, oh, this mission is one of the hardest, I think, in this region. Actually, I wouldn't say it's the hardest. It's here's what I did last time, and here's where I messed up, is I took the 6436 in here. I drove him with this trailer I currently have, picked up this one. I actually drove through this stuff, winched myself along, got this one, winched myself here. It was a nightmare, and I went around and around. It was a nightmare. I will not do it again. I will not do that mission again. I will go around, grab one, come back, grab one, and then yeah, we'll do that way. But yeah. But anyways, y'all, that is the extent of my time. I'm coming up on 3 hours here. Which of my trucks are female? I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. Since they're all him, I have no clue. Do I call them him? I'll take this guy. Yeah, maybe I do say him a lot. I don't know. I didn't know I do that, but that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's all the time I got, guys. If you want me to do a DLC giveaway, I need 20 more subs to Twitch here, and I will give away a free year 1 or year 2 pass to someone who is a PC user, or the other option is I will give away, I think three vehicle DLCs if I do hit that sub goal. So if you're feeling generous, sub to the channel, and then I'll make an announcement for the giveaway, and we'll do that live on stream, and I will actually post a time that we'll do that. Other than that, go check out the YouTube channel. There's a ton of videos on there that can possibly help you if you need help, or maybe just want to watch some SnowRunner stuff. So it's been great talking to you guys and spending time today just talking about random things. It's been definitely a good time. So we got to run. Thank y'all for hanging out. As always, God bless and stay upright.